Good afternoon once again. This is part 2 of my video. Part 1 of my video ended where my vehicle was, in fact, the engine of my vehicle seized, and we had an argument with the supervisor on the road to say that no, the engine was seized because of the turbo. If we remember very well, on our argument with the supervisor on the road, he decided to tow the vehicle back to the workshop to have a look thoroughly as to what happened that has resulted on the seize of the engine. He towed it back, and I had to make means to travel back home. I waited for almost a month for Mercedes to come back to me to say exactly what transpired on my engine. When they came back to me, they said that the engine was a second-hand engine. So that was the reason behind that engine seized. That's another story. Then I asked them about the damaged piston in the engine, where they replaced a cylinder head on top of a damaged piston. If that could not be the reason for the seize of the engine, they assured me that no, it wasn't because of that piston. I said to them, but in my understanding, in a vehicle engine, if one piston is not working or damaged, chances of other piston to be damaged are 120%, simply because the engine is made to pull with 4 pistons. Now there's one piston damaged or not working. It means that the others are taking over from the one that is not working. And the pressure on the others will be then high, and in so much that they can also stop working. That is what I asked them. After a lengthy discussion, left, right and center, back and forth for 3 months, they eventually decided to take the engine to Hackers Engineering in Brackenfell. I'm sorry to mention this company name, but unfortunately I have to. Then, after my engine was sent to Hackers Engineer as per Mercedes, I was called to go to Hackers Engineer with my mechanic to go and check the engine and the reason behind my engine to cease. I said, okay, I will take my bush mechanic to Hackers Engineer to go and check what made the engine to cease. We really traveled from Tableview to Hackers Engineer, Brackenfell. On our arrival there, we met Hackers Engineer personnel and we asked about the engine. And the man who was accepting the in and out orders told us that there was no engine from Mercedes-Benz Montague Gardens. I want to repeat this. There was no engine at all in Hackers Engineer Brackenfell. Then I had to call Mercedes and ask them as to where my engine was. The story changed now, saying that I must buy a new engine from them, and the new engine costed around 150,000. New engine for that vehicle. Then my vehicle stayed in their workshop without repairs, without driving, and it became rusty inside the workshop. And I then decided to approach the court of law. Now, South Africa, this is the part that I want you to listen to. I approached several lawyers or attorneys in pursuit of my vehicle repairs or repayment from Mercedes. Or the part that I forgot in my story is when I ask about the damaged piston not affecting the others and all that stuff. The Mercedes-Benz management, Montague Gardens, offered me a 20,000 rand towards the repair of my engine, which I refused vividly because I wanted them to fix my vehicle as it was, because I've already paid them every single cent that I owe them for labor. Then, when I approached the lawyers, they listened to my story. After I've opened the case, they listened to my story, and when the court set a hearing date, I was there with my lawyers. Remember, we were dealing with a big crocodile in the river, which is Mercedes-Benz good lawyers. Then the court opened the dockets, and my lawyers withdrew from the case, citing that no, we must look for a qualified registered mechanic to come and back up our story in court, or to convince the court that if one piston is damaged or broken, chances of other piston not to function is 120%. That is all they needed to do. I thought that they were going to look around for a registered, qualified mechanic so that he can be able to support our case in court. Then they withdrew. I had to go and look for another lawyers. The same lawyers did the same thing. The third one, they were from this thing called, what do you call it? Legal aid. Legal aid. The lawyers that you go there for free and you don't pay them. I was represented by different lawyers from the legal aid board. Different